Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden, Session 10, March 4th, 2021. The Ghostbusters, as they've called themselves, leave on Kythorn the Fourth in Lonelywood. And they're up in the Lonelywood woods up at the elven tomb, and they've just defeated Sefik Caltro and Ravison the Frost Druid and the Mummy. And they loot the area and they find some things, but only money kind of things. And flying down off of her giant bird rock comes Auriel the Frostmaiden. And she is terrible and beautiful and wearing this cloak made of ice and has an owl head and body but ram horns and talons, and she comes down and she thanks the adventurers for delivering her powerful bodies such that she may empower her spells and maintain Icewind Dale in its frozen, beautiful landscape forever, and it may be preserved. And she rewards the characters. She gives them her cold power, and they all absorb it, and they take cold damage, and they all gain a feat, and it's beautiful. They explore the crypt. They find some gems. They find an awakened shrub. They accidentally kill the awakened shrub. They find some berries from the awakened shrub. They find a journal. And they decide that they're going to head on back into town because Bumble, the druid, took a fist from the mummy and now has mummy rot. This feels bad. They need to get this healed. They make their way back to Lonelywood. Nimsy Huddle, the townspeaker halfling, has no idea what to do. She's like, you need more than what we have here in Lonelywood. So then they rest overnight. The druid Bumble still feels bad. She hasn't healed anything, despite everybody else feeling great after the night. This mummy curse feels terrible. They travel on the road down to the next town, Tourmaline, where Guba has previously found a shrine to Sune, the goddess of love. And this is a lustful goddess, and the priest and the priestesses are engaged in it's a sexual ritual, and we're going to gloss over all of that. And they do have enough powerful magic such that they can remove the curse from Bumble using the way that they do their divine healing magic, and they pay and everybody leaves, and Guba is thinking, hey, maybe I'll stay for the rest of the ritual, and Bumble kind of grabs Guba by the haunches and is like, Guba, no, you don't need to stay. That's fine. Meanwhile, the party goes over to the East Side Inn, where Marta, the skinny little teenaged innkeeper's father, has been healed because the party has defeated the Frost Druid, and they're very, very happy, and there's a party, and they're all singing, and the party was rewarded with the Ring of Warmth that was originally paid for by the Druid, and they're very, very happy, and there's a party. In the meantime, our goblin artificer, who doesn't really care for parties, decides to go ask the fishermen for their catch of the day so that she may skin them and clean them for them. And lo and behold, Guba rolls a 100 on the D100 and finds the signet ring because it's a dice game. Why not? She found it. The rest of the party hears some things. Adrasteia, our rogue, kind of hears blah blah blahs, and Tarim, blah blah blah. They don't like the town speaker here, blah blah blah. Maybe the Zentarim should insert their own town speaker, blah blah blah. Interesting. And Drax is like playing his ocarina not very well. He's the bardbarian, Anyways, they decide the next day they're going to travel on further south to Targos. And they find a little like humanoid set of tracks, and Guba kind of follows them, and she finds this beautiful blue scarf, the altimeter scarf that's going to tell her how high up above seawater that she is. And currently she's close to sea level, and it's a very dark indigo blue, and it's beautiful and warm, and she feels great. They continue on into Targos and they go shopping, and Drax is able to spend a lot of the money that he's found. And he buys some nice armor, buys some nice items, buys a beautiful ocarina that's going to help him perform a little bit better. Guba finds a shrine to Azuthin, who is the god of knowledge in the Forgotten Realms, and she's trying to find some kind of extra special magical healing for whatever reason. She learns that there's some magical healing in the woods around Lonelywood, and it's in a cave, and there's a spring, a magical spring with magical healing powers. Maybe that could heal what ails her. I don't know. Meanwhile, our rogue Adrasteia is arm wrestling, and the barbarians helping arm wrestling, and they're doing all this kind of fun stuff. They receive their reward from the dwarven retired adventurer named Hlyn Trollbane, who proves her ex-adventuring worth, and she narrowly misses our rogue as she throws a dagger. Hlyn Trollbane. She's a little spunky character. She pays up. She realizes the characters have killed Sefik Caltro, and they're happy. The characters decide, well, time to continue on, and we're going to go on to Bryn Shander, the largest of the cities here in Icewind Dale. On the way there, they encounter some canine humanoids known as gnolls, and they attack very aggressively. And the party, they do okay, but they take pretty heavy damage. And in the meantime, Vladraxian, our drow bardbarian, who has been bitten by something with two fangs right in the neck and has taught him to do the same. Here's a name, Tekelili, that the gnolls had mentioned that they would like to feed Tekelili. And Drax isn't sure what this means, but he understands the name and it sounds familiar. The party defeats the gnolls and they make their way to Bryn Shander. And that's where we will pick up next time.